Hi everybody, Sunday afternoon, look at my mess, and I thought while I'm sitting here just playing, I thought maybe I would do a video. I've been quite enjoying myself cutting out some of my new cuttlebug dies. I've showed you that one, it's the sewing machine. So there it is cut out. Now I get this idea from the other lady, and I will sort her name out again. I'll end up writing it down so I can remember, because I always follow her and she has such good ideas on how to do these things. So this is what I'm doing, just sitting and playing around. No rhyme nor reason to this video, just playing. So I don't know how long it's going to last. You might all get fed up within a minute and disappear, but that's okay. I'm enjoying myself. This is that other new die I've got. It cuts like cutting through butter. It's an Aliexpress cutting plate. We're not allowed to use the other word for what they are. So they're now cutting plates, I call them. Apparently YouTube has decided we can't use the proper name for them. So that's fine, I'll just call it a cutting plate. Now I'm using this one. As I say, I'm cutting two at a time. It's just slicing through them like butter. Here's another one. Look, just touch it, all falls out beautifully. And then the little bits around the edge, I just get a pokey tool and out they come. No problem at all. So, you know, Aliexpress is good as far as I'm concerned. They're the best. If you haven't got a big budget, it's the place to go. It really is. And I'll keep going as long as I can get the things at the price that they sell them at. I just buy 2 or 3 things each fortnight, then I get paid, and that's how I've built my dies up over, well, I've been buying them for a few years now, and that's how I do it, because I can't afford to go out and spend a whole heap of money. That one's done. So Aliexpress makes it that anybody on a low income can do what others do on a higher income. Now, as I say, I'm cutting 2 at a time. When I've took all the bits out, then I pull it apart. That's single. Must be another single one here, maybe not. So here I go, just cutting these out. Beautiful day here in Invercargill. I had a visitor today, a friend Simon, a young man who I've known since he was at school, came round to see me today, and we sat inside and chatted for a bit, and then we went outside and Simon said, "Let me look at your garden." I said, "Oh no, you don't need to." But he did, and it ended up, he weeded all around for me quickly. I helped, but of course I couldn't do the amount he was doing, and he's really made a big difference out there for me. So if you do watch this, Simon, thank you, love. I love you. So these got out in the garden. Pippa enjoyed it out there. I had a seashell, one of those that you can put up to your ear and hear the sea in it. And he said, "Look, you've got this hidden in your garden." I said, "Yes, you can have it." He says, "No, it doesn't matter." I said, "Oh, don't you like shells?" He says, "Yes, I actually collect those." I said, "Then take it." I said, "It's not payment for doing my lawns, it's just take it as a friend." So he did. And he also saw one of my little Buddhas out there, so I gave him a Buddha as well. He's got his bought a house and he's done it all up, him and his partner, and they've really done a good job I've only seen it on Facebook. I must go around and visit him because he's only around the corner. And he loves gardening. He used to do some landscape gardening, so he knows what he's doing. So it was really good to have him around and do that for me. Appreciated very much. And then I've come back in here to have my play. And I thought I might get some of these cut out and done and put them in packets and for my friends. And I've got that many dies, I could do it with, you know, a lot of them and get them into packets and send them around to friends and that. So that's what I want to do. I finished that mixed media yesterday. I love doing that. I've got another project in mind at the moment, something that I want to do. But it means repairing, doing a bit of repair work first, and that's going to be fun. So actually I could actually go and get it and show you. Hold on. It's the trouble when you've done these dies together, they do like to stay joined. Here we go. I've got some cards cut out here, ready to make a few cards. I've started putting them, getting some cut out, getting them in more or less kit form. And then I thought, you know, when I've got a few there, we can start and have a go. So that's that one. I will do more. Now this, I don't throw away. The odd shapes I do, like that. I don't want those, the big bits. Because for I don't know how long, I've been collecting all the confetti and all things I don't want. I've got little flowers. What's that in there? That shouldn't be in there. They're my jump rings. But this is all my cutting confetti and stuff. And what I do, see, these are nice shapes. You never know. Or I can put them down like I did on my last mixed media. The cutout that I did for the textures, I just ended up putting on the board for texture. And there we go. Fill that up a bit more. Oh yeah. I just wanted to see how these were cutting, and a lady online I was watching last night, she actually gave out some good advice on Aliexpress dies, and she had one of the elegant lady ones, and she cut it, and all the part of the die, which is the blade, all the silver came off it and stuck to the actual picture. This is one of a hollyhock that I bought, and that's cut out lovely. And I really ought to do that in blue or purple, and that would look great on there. This one is another one that the lady who, can't think of a name, who did the sewing machine showed what to do. And that's that die. And there it is. Picture piece, I don't know, building the picture up. So I had a go at that. This was just plain and messing around. I'm not doing anything special. That I cut out the flamingo. Cuts out lovely. Oh, here's the other one I've cut out that I'm still... Now this is very delicate, but I think it's still coming apart okay. Yep. Just a matter of getting there and holding on and whittling, and away it comes. That one down. But this is, there's a bit there that's stuck. It's okay, get the scissors to that, or a knife. All the other parts are just flying out, look, when you squiggle it. This is lovely. I like this. If I had put greaseproof paper on there, this would have fallen off there as easy as anything, because I usually do on these intricate dies, put the greaseproof paper on, but I didn't on this one. See, there's the trouble I'm having with that. But look at that. Oh, there's one bit there. Look there. I wished I could go live, then I could be talking to you at the same time. That's beautiful. But I'm left with this, which is no problem. I haven't got one of those brushes. I want one of those brush tools, you know, that you just brush it along and it knocks everything out. So. But I will cut this one actually, and I will cut it with using greaseproof paper and show you the difference. What difference it makes. Come on, edge, come. Nearly there. Them pieces I'll save too, put in my little container. You never know, if someone gets married, I can use it as confetti. Right, let's cut that one again using greaseproof paper, which I just rip off. You can go there so I don't knock you over. Right. Another piece of white card. I wonder if it'll work doubled. I'm going to try it. See if I can get the two at a time with this. Right. That and that. Greaseproof paper under the die. Let's see how it goes. I've got a tight run through on this machine because I've got the metal shim on in it as well, and that's how you can get a good cut. But if you haven't got a metal shim, you can always just use another piece of card. Right, have a look. Look at that. Nothing left in it at all. Nothing left in the die. You actually end up getting three. Look, just doing that, loosening it up. Starts to fall out. And in actual fact, if you're real careful, you end up with three, because, here you go. I don't know if this will work. Here's the greaseproof paper. That's cut itself out, look. If you ever wanted a really delicate die, look at that. That's number one. And then you just got these, and these will all just pop out. Look at that. easy peasy. And this is a delicate die, you wouldn't think it would work that well, but it is. There we go. Plus the fact I've done 2 at a time. Cool. That's what I like. I'd rather have the shim on my machine, and then you're not going to get the failures as you do. You do get the occasional one, I have to admit, but on the whole, no. And that is what you look for, something that you don't get frustrated with. And that's it. And again, it is double, so I'll pull it apart like that, gently. Here you are. The top ones come off lovely. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I've got bits to take out this one, which they'll come off like so. But I'll finish that one in a minute. Let's see what else we've played with. That's rubbish. Oh, this was this little heart. That cuts out nice. Look at that. I like that. There it goes. I know this is doubling up on what you saw the other day, but I just wanted you to see the difference when they're cut out. This I thought was lovely. Really looks lovely cut out. It's that one, the fairy in the lamp. Look, did it in silver. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And the silver piece that I used, there was enough room to cut just the lamp out in. I could put that somewhere else. So that was lovely. Thrilled to bits with that. I've run out of places to put these because my containers are full. So I have to find another way. This is my new die. This only came the other day. I've been waiting for this. It's a lady walking the dogs. And I've done her in black. Because I want to put this, you know, where I use the trees a lot. I thought if I cut this out and put her walking under the trees. Oh, she got a dog in a bag as well. I never realised there was a little dog in the bag. Look. 2 on the lead. And 1 in the bag. So I'm thrilled how that's cut out. Been waiting a wee while for that one to come actually. The cross. I did 2 of these because I did it on gold card, a good card. And it's come out beautiful. I'm just doing this really to show you how good Aliexpress dies are. You know, it's, you hear some people say, oh, I won't touch Aliexpress, but more for them, because you get more than your money's worth with them, you really do. And if you use your machine properly and you put your shim in properly, I'll show you what I've got in mine. I only ever use a big shot to cut. I don't use it for embossing. I use my Cuttlebug then. You've got your plates and you've got your usual thing here. And I've got this metal tin plate. I used to cut on it, as you can see, and I thought, no, I think a better idea. And I just place it under the first sheet of that. And then work on the pieces of like that. And I get a good cut every time. That's the cat. I've cut him out in black. You've got to have a lucky black cat. The lucky black cat, he's lovely. And I cut him out twice, as you can see. I didn't realise I'd cut him out twice. There was 2 pieces of paper together. I thought I'd got a piece of thick card out, but I didn't. I got a piece of medium card out that was doubled. So 2 of those. Oh, and then the words. These are nice. Get the words out, cut. I didn't poke them out. I'll poke them out now. There's hello. Love. Thanks. And smile. So they were good. And what I actually did with I cut them out like that, put them on a piece of paper like that, and they'll come out. And you can see what I've done with it. I decided to keep that as a stencil for a background. And I just did that. I was just playing around and tried that. And that worked. So that was all right. It was on a card I was doing the other day, messing around, but it's not quite as I want it, so I'm going to do more to that. That's a cutout. It wasn't Aliexpress though, it was a dear one. I was messing on that one. I'll just put them there. I'll tidy up afterwards. This is the trees. You never see where to open these bags. I cut 2 lots out of this, because out of an A6 I managed to get 2 lots cut out. And I've done them on a shiny card, because then it shows, I don't know if you can tell that it shines, but it makes it more like a shiny birch tree, because they do have a shine. So I could do that. Where's that lady? Get the lady, and she can be walking through the trees, look. Hey, you're going for a walk through the trees. That's that. That's all the cutting out I've done so far today. I've got one more lot there. I want to cut the flowers out. I haven't cut those out yet. I suppose I could do that. Get them all on one sheet. So here they go. And what colour shall we have? A pink flower. Where's that? Pink. Nice pink flower. One, 2, 3. Come on, turn over 4. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. What have I done with another piece? See, I'll put things down, don't know where I'll put them. It could have ended up anywhere in the fridge or anywhere. I'm at that stage. Right. Run that through. Let's move, but it's... Come back again, that's fine. Through. I always do through and back. It's easier to take off. Take this off, because Cut through like a slice of butter. Beautiful. Beautiful. Might as well put them through again while I'm at it. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got 2 flowers. Over you go, and you go. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see what happened there. See how that's got little shadowy bits? The die moved on the way back. That's what happened there. The die moved. Sam, an untidy worker, is very truthful, isn't it? This is me. That's rubbish now. Now I've watched the lady who does these. Again, it's the same lady who I follow all the time. So, where are we? 1, 2. Where is it? 1. It's a great big one. That's that one, isn't it? 1. That's that one. This one. 2. 3. 4. But she makes these into a beautiful rosebud. Beautiful rose. I've got to go back and watch the videos again. I'll have to find the videos and I'll link them down below. Because what she ends up doing with that flower is beautiful. So clever. Just by, you know, putting the rounding tool on, and she does a beautiful job. One down and out. Thank you. So there we go. That's another flower and another flower. Where's my foam pad? There's one of them. Ow! Be a better size. You can get the bigger one. And I don't think this foam pad is strong enough. It's too soft. And then the other one is. Then you can also bend your tips back that way. It won't be as good as hers. 1. What's this like? That's better. Right. And we'll get there. Having these flatter ones are alright for some of the cards, because if you go do them too big and rounded, you've got to make a box. Whereas this way, you can put them this way. That's not bad, not too bad. The first go. I haven't got my gun on. I also have to put the gun on. I'm using fine tip glue by Stampin' Up. Quite like it. It's quite good. A friend of mine is a Stampin' Up rep, and every so often, whoops, that was a bit much come out. This had a bit of a turn. There. There we go. What shall we put in the middle of it? These are them new things I had coming. Look at that, look at that. Lovely. Except that probably could do with going in with glue gun. Pushing down the middle. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty. I like that. But I'll have to put the glue gun on, I think, to make sure that stays in there. I quite like that. For a quickie. Yes, I'm going to make a few of those. You could just do the smaller ones if you wanted, if you didn't want such big flowers on a card. You could just end up using the cut two each of the two smaller ones out and alternate the petals. Would make another smaller one. So that's that. I'm going to show you a journal I'm making along with somebody on another group. We were given the challenge to make a journal, and so I decided to join in. Mandy A, the glam. Mandy's, oh, I'll have to put her name at the bottom too. Mandy just comes on live, she does live streaming. And here's the start of my journal. The cover is a muesli bar box, and you just cut the ends off, and then I've left that, see, that would have been the box like that. I've left that on as a closure. Cover it in card, paper, whatever. Make some funny name these have, I don't know. Signatures, I don't know why they're called that. And I've made 4, I've made a few too many and sewn them in. I've done a few pages. That's it. And when you open that up and have a look, it says, "You nosy bugger." I like it. I like it. I like it. And I'll put a magnet on that to close it. Oh, I like that. That's the next page, and I made a tag. So that goes there. The other day I was sitting there and I had bits of rubbish on my desk. I thought, what can I do with them? And I thought, I know, make them a page in your book. So I had a bit of a doily. I had that little fairy doll sitting there. And I had this body form with the dress on sitting there. And I thought, right, I'll stick them on. Then I've got these little necklaces like that. Gave her a necklace. Then I got one of my shoes out and stuck that on. Made another little envelope. And inside of here are ephemera cards. I'll put them in there. This is my first ever journal, this is. I'm not that good. Teresa's done a beautiful one. And in that page, a bit of a lace. That was one of those, off one of those collars I bought that I was cutting down. Cut that out and put that there. I left that blank, I haven't done them there. But then I got all the ephemera out and I just sort of put them in here as little pockets to put there. And I've done another little pocket envelope. They can get one in the front of it and one in the back. Stuck some of those on there. And that's it so far, but I'll say I put 3 laces are on here. That's coming out the way. Ferns. That's the first one. And then I put the ferns on. And then I thought, oh, I'll put some more of that baubles on. So I put it on, went round the back. There's a tassel I made out of a fringing off a bedspread. So that's as far as I've got with that. All these nice flowers and the heart. Put the pink on. And my angel. That's another. These laces, all from Aliexpress. Cheap as chips from where I can't get them this cheap here. New Zealand's terrible for getting cheap stuff. But Aliexpress, thank goodness for Aliexpress. So that's my journal making. Can't say made, it's making. So yes, that's all I've got to show you. I put my mixed media onto the Facebook, so you don't need to see that. Get that in there. So that's me playing for today. Not really much more. These are the cards here that I'm getting ready to put on video. You've seen those ones I made. So I think that's all for now. Hope you like this little video. I've thought of a title for it. So, how long have I been going? Can't see. Oh. Don't matter anyway. Oh, I found this in my garage yesterday. I forgot I got it. Look at this. A friend had this made. It cost her $30 and she didn't like it. And she gave it to me. That's her way of painting it, not mine. She's put a lot of glitter on, which is nice. But I'm going to paint it up again. On the front it says, once upon a time there was a princess. So I've got to build a little princess. I'll have to get lessons off Robin Robin McCrum on how to build my fairy. I want a little fairy and to stand on there. I'll put her underneath the lamp. Underneath the lamp post. It's quite a nice little house. I'm going to paint that up. That's one of my next projects. There's just that much I want to do. I should be in here all day, every day to get it all done, but I'm not. Got some beautiful tulle this week. This is what my granddaughter had for left over from her wedding stuff. Beautiful, it is beautiful. It's not got sparkle in it, but it does shine and it's lovely. And I got it in a cream as well. Love it. Oh yes. And then I also got the doilies she had left. Small doilies. Unopened this one, 100 inside. 24 in that one. 24 in that one. I don't know how many's in this one, but it's been opened. Oh, it's got some gold in there as well. It's a gold one. Got those. And then these big ones. There was 250 in there, but I think they will have used a lot. But these are what were left. So I says, those are mine. Don't sell those. No one wants those. So I bought that. I got that and the tulle. Oh, and she put me some, she got some white felt she had left over from a dress up she did with some red material, so she popped that in too. I'm getting everybody trained on what I need. Don't throw that out, don't sell that, I need that. So that's off Sam, thanks Sam, Samantha. And that's it. Let's see if so it hasn't stuck. This should be hot now. There we go. Now it'll stick. I'll get in properly. Come on. There we go. That's lovely. I mean, I'll put the flower up a bit more now. Give it a bit more dimension. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So with that, I'll tidy my mess, but I won't bore you with watching me do that. And thank you for looking. Thank you for coming and spending a bit of time with me. Please subscribe and like. And please share if you know somebody who would probably like to have a look at this. Build up my subscribers would be lovely. But thank you all for coming, who has come. Really happy to see you all, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye everybody. Take care.